They told my grandmother to remember the church in her will. We showed up with a handwritten letter, a sealed envelope, and a room full of witnesses. 60 minutes later, the people who had ignored her for a decade stared at 1-cent checks and the name of a charity they hated, and the room finally saw them for who they were. I wish the story started and ended there. It didn't. It started years earlier with eggs, folding chairs, and a woman who made other people feel big. My grandmother, call her May, had spent almost 50 years serving Harbor Church, a large, Bible-believing congregation in a suburb just outside a southern city. I grew up watching her turn small tasks into care. Sunday mornings, she unlocked the nursery at 7:15 a.m., laid out 6 clean blankets, matched pacifiers to names written in blue tape, and hummed the same hymn while the coffee percolator clicked and sighed. Once a quarter, she ran a prayer breakfast that fed 40 teenagers on 3 griddles and a dented aluminum tray. She bought syrup by the gallon and wrote, "Please take 2" on an index card in her neat block letters. When the youth director, a clever kid named Tessa, led the opening prayer well, Grandma clapped first and loudest. "You did the work," she told Tessa, pressing a warm biscuit into the girl's hand. "Don't let anyone pretend otherwise." Another memory stayed with me even longer. On a summer retreat at a piney camp an hour from the city, the assistant pastor, Darren, forgot a big box of materials for the morning session: tracts, workbooks, a handful of CDs someone still thought teenagers wanted. We discovered the mistake at 10:47 p.m., when kids were already in bunks and the chapel lights were off. Darren rubbed his face and said, "Could someone? If anyone is heading back to town anyway." "No one is heading back to town," someone answered. "I'll go," Grandma said, picking up her keys. I tried to talk her out of it. "It's almost 11. She waved me off. "My mother drove a bread truck at dawn with worse roads than these. I'll be back by breakfast." We rode together because I wouldn't let her go alone. The night smelled like hot asphalt and pine sap. In the back seat, a red cooler rattled. I watched the speedometer creep to the limit, then drop for every curve. We reached the dark church at 11:38 p.m., unlocked the education wing with her ring of keys, and found the box on a folding table under a fluorescent hum. She made me lift with my knees, not my back, then scribbled a note so no one would think the box had been stolen. On the return drive, she kept both hands on the wheel. "I'm not mad," I said, meaning it. "He'll never thank you," I added, not meaning to say that part out loud. "He doesn't have to," she said. "My reward is that children will hear good news in the morning." At 5:50 a.m., we slid the box onto the chapel stage. The first